And the next animal I'm going to get out is going to be another animal that has come from an aquatic ecosystem, a fresh body of water. And this is Hoppy Jr. Now, Hoppy Jr. is a bullfrog. Now, Snappy is considered to be a reptile. Hoppy Jr. is considered to be an amphibian. Now, amphibian means that this organism has spent part of his life on land and part of his life in the water. And basically, he spent the first part of his life definitely in water because that's where the eggs were laid in water and they hatched out into the first stage of the life cycle of a frog that we call a tadpole. And then it went through metamorphic-like changes and became an adult frog. Now, there used to be a very large frog that I used in lessons, virtual lessons. His name was Hoppy Sr. He was much larger than Hoppy Jr. And we lost Hoppy Sr. not too long ago. And it's hard to say about how old Hoppy Sr. was. Hoppy Sr. was very large. He was large when we obtained him. And so he lived 3 or 4 years after we got him. So the life expectancy of a bullfrog is somewhere around maybe 10 years if conditions are just right. But you know what? It's something about bullfrogs. If you have them around your pond or bodies of water, it will indicate that that water or that area is pretty healthy. You know, because basically we breathe or we take in oxygen through our nose and into our lungs, and that's pretty well sufficient for us. But with frogs, it's a little different. They also have a gas exchange, not only going on in their lungs internally, but they also have a gas exchange going through their skin. Yeah, they have a 3-chambered heart in some kind of way that's kind of demanding that they need a little more oxygen. And it's been my experience, if a frog gets out or he gets away from an area where he can't keep his skin moist, then it's almost like they're going to go through suffocation or asphyxiation and they will die. The skin has to be kept moist. Basically, frogs are considered to be insectivores. Their primary diet is insects. So we ought to be thankful that we got these little guys around, simply because if we look at all the living things in the world today, there are more bugs and insects than any other living thing. And these guys, like this frog, they keep that population down. So that's Hoppy Jr. Now, he does have some adaptation, some body adaptation. Here we go. He has very large webbed feet. That allows him to swim very well when he's in water. And also, if you look at his eyes, he's got very large eyes. And that enables him to see those bugs and insects that he's going to be consuming as a food source. Okay? So that's Hoppy Jr.